I, 41F, cried at dinner at a restaurant tonight while out with my husband, 42M, for a late Valentine's dinner. We have 3 kids, and it's rare we get to go out for a dinner. Our marriage has been rocky lately. Tonight we hired a babysitter, dollar, dressed up nice, and went out to a very fancy restaurant together. We brought our baby, but we lucked out and she slept the whole time. My husband was ticked off this morning that I tried to tell him how tired I was from the baby being up, but that I was looking forward to tonight. He was annoyed that I said I was tired, even though I only had 2 hours sleep last night. I stupidly expected some empathy, I guess. Well, he doesn't do empathy. I was upset that he was so cold. I told him if he was going to be negative, I didn't want to go. He has been yelling a lot and has trouble controlling his temper. He raises his voice over every little thing and yells at our kids too if they don't behave or spill water. He promised it would be nice tonight, so we went. We get to the restaurant and he immediately starts acting strange. Like a rich snob or something, I don't know how to explain it. He starts talking about ordering the most expensive steak on the menu, $140. And I was like, really? Okay, wow, I guess. Then he got pissy with me for acting like that was too much. Yes, in my opinion, it's too much to spend on a steak, but I didn't say it. We are not rich. I joked about how bad the economy is right now, and yet the expensive restaurant was full. We always talk about crazy expensive stuff as lately in life, but this time he just glared at me. Anyway, I wanted to have a nice night, so I smiled and changed the subject. He's gluten and dairy free and kept asking me questions about the menu, so I was telling him all the things on there that he could eat as I had looked it up before we go there. He gave me a sour look that I didn't understand. I asked him if he wanted to share a few appies. Waitress comes and we order. Then I tried to toast him with my glass and he was already gulping his down. Then he sat with a sour look. I asked him what was wrong and he started going off on me about how we should just order what we want. And why did I have to tell him about the menu and talk about it? I was taken aback. I don't know. I always talk about the menu with friends when we are out. I thought it was just fun conversation. He said we should just order what we want without thinking about each other. Okay. Then he was silent for a while. I had a gift certificate to the restaurant, so I took it out and put it on the table so the server would know we had it, and so I didn't forget. My friend had generously bought it for us for Christmas. He snarled at me and told me to put it away. I asked why, and he mumbled something I couldn't hear. I had enough, so I asked him what his problem was. I asked him why he even came out with me if he wasn't going to try to have fun. He didn't answer. Then he went to the car to get something. I started thinking about our anniversary last year and how the same thing happened. We went to a special dinner and I told the waitress I didn't want any wine, thanks. We were at a resort with free drinks that I was very happy with, and the wine was $80 USD. He got so angry that I wasn't ordering wine and making it special that he didn't talk to me the rest of the dinner, and I left crying then too. The last 2 nights out this year, he sat and ate his food without talking to me. I started to avoid date nights because it was so bad. He kept complaining that we needed to go out for dates more, so I arranged tonight. Yes, we have discussed marriage counseling and have workbook to do, but whenever we plan to do a page, he picks a fight to avoid it, or so it seems anyway. He avoids communication at all cost. When he got back from the car, I was determined that tonight would go better. So I laughed and smiled and said, "You're lucky this drink is so strong. I'm feeling so happy." He said coldly, "Maybe you should drink one every morning then," without looking at me. That hurt. I changed the topic to his friends that live a few hours away. Asked them how they were doing and suggested we visit soon since it's been a while with COVID and we had 2 babies. It's been busy. He snapped at me and said I didn't want to see them, so I should stop pretending. I said they were his friends, not mine, but I wanted him to be happy, so I am happy to go and talk to the wives and kids, or I can stay at the hotel or at home while he drinks with his friends. Whatever he wants. He snapped again and told me he doesn't believe I want to go, so forget it. Why would I suggest it if I didn't want to go? It was so frustrating. I couldn't say anything right. We were planning a trip, but he clearly wasn't in a mood to discuss that either. I told him he was being really negative. He ignored me and talked to the baby. Food came, and I ate in silence. After half an hour, he started talking to me about the steak, and I answered, but no real conversation. He started raising his voice and saying he would just get a takeout box to go if I didn't want to talk to him. I said I had tried to talk to him, but clearly I can't say anything right. I stared out the window and started silently crying. It was so hurtful. I told him we really needed tonight to go well, since it's been rough between us lately. He was verbally abusive during the pregnancy and was very selfish. He was stressed, so he took it out on me by picking fights and yelling a lot. He said he was depressed and started medication, but it's been 6 weeks and he still acts like he hates me. When I tell him that he acts like he hates me, he just shrugs and says, "Obviously, I can't change your mind." Like it's something I imaged. He's always annoyed that I have any feelings, wants me to be emotionless. He always claims it's not his fault. I didn't intend to be mean tonight, didn't intend to ruin it. Like that makes a difference? End result is the same. I cried silently behind my hair just thinking about how nice tonight would have been with someone who actually wanted to be out with me, actually wanted to talk to me. I had pictured a nice evening, great conversation, and great sex when we got home. I feel stupid for imagining that. That hasn't been the case for us for years. He ran out of the restaurant and left me to pay the bill with his card. We share finances, married 12 years. I cried in the restaurant and the whole way home, silently, but he was annoyed that I had tears. I guess he thought if he was mean to me, I would try harder to make him happy. Even though he knows I don't respond that way. Does he just hate me so much he hates being out with me? He is always telling me angrily that we never have dates nights. But the last 3 that I arranged, he ate his food in a hurry and ignored me or said negative, mean things, and I cried. He apologized after, but it's usually, "I'm sorry if you were hurt. I'm sorry, but I didn't mean to ruin things. I'm sorry I was negative, but it's true." In my opinion, these are not real apologies, and I say that. Then he gets mad instantly again and yells that I'm not accepting his apology. He picks a fight every weekend. Not even kidding, every weekend we fight. He gets in a bad mood, and holidays are worse. Why is he doing this?